All right, where do I start? My name's Melinda Sabin, and just a little over 3 years ago, I was 130 pounds heavier than I am today. I was detrimentally unhealthy to the point where I had developed a heart issue. My heart wasn't working 13% of the time, which I won't go into detail, but once you pass 10, it's not good. I developed a digestive issues where I developed ulcers and blood filling the toilet every time I went to the bathroom, if I would go to the bathroom every 2 to 3 weeks. And then I developed a neurological disorder where I tremored throughout my entire body. This is what I looked like at all times, and I felt it at all times. So doctor after doctor, prescription after prescription that they wanted to put me on, it was like lightning that hit me. Like, no, our bodies were created to work together, to function together, and I was being looked at in pieces, trying to treat the symptoms, and I had to get to the root of the problem. I needed to take care of the whole body, and I needed to start in the mind first. I was not taking care of myself. I remember laying in bed one night, and my heart was pounding through my chest, and I'm laying there thinking, I don't know if I'm gonna wake up. I don't know if I'm gonna wake up the next day. And my kids are in their room, and they're not gonna have their mom. They're not gonna have their mommy. They need their mommy. I had to do something. I had to change. They deserved a thriving mom who was healthy and could live and play with them. So my mind switched. Number one key to success, desire. Number one, desire. So 260 pounds I was. Pulled out my Insanity DVDs. Why? I don't know. But Insanity, that's what I chose. I remember doing one of the moves, like one of the very first moves in the warm-up. If you've ever done an Insanity, you know what I'm talking about. It's called the mummy kick. And I literally, so this is what it looks like. I literally could not lift my legs off the ground. And I remember just standing there and crying and thinking, oh my gosh, how am I going to do this? I was so discouraged. But my desire was more than where I was at the moment. So I kept going. I showed up every single day until one day, one of my legs lifted. And then my other leg lifted. And then they were both lifting. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm doing it. And I started crying. And I kept staying consistent. Number two key to success is environment. And I set up my environment in a positive way. I had positive people surrounding me. My husband is one. He's always been my number one supporter in my health journey and in life. And I remember standing in the closet one day after I had taken a shower or something like that, and I was just I just was so disgusted with myself. My shelf, what I called it, my shelf, literally, it was down here. I mean, I had 6 kids, so I've been stretched out for ever. And so it was hanging down here. I could literally lift it up, and I'm just like so defeated. Like, how in the world is this ever gonna go away? And he looked at me and he said, Melinda, you are beautiful. You need to be proud of yourself, and it will happen for you. You will lose the weight, and you'll lose the extra skin and all that you want, but you need to know how beautiful you are right now in this moment to me. And that was everything. Okay, so I meal planned some, but I still had a lot of learning to do. Totally switching everything that had been ingrained in my mind growing up. So I did a lot of things. I became vegan, and I juiced, modified juicing. And it's not that that's a terrible thing to do, but it was for me because I have a history of eating disorders. I remember being faint one day in the kitchen, and my husband hands me a banana, and I looked at it and I said, I can't, it's too many calories. Yeah. And he said, okay, Mel, you have gone to the dark side and we need to get you out. I needed a safe, a healthy, balanced, sustainable way of life that would not only keep me from overeating, because I had a history of binging and eating disorders, okay? Not only keep me from overeating, but from undereating as well. Both very dark places that I could go to based on my history. So I started to learn how much my body needed to take in, how much my body should be eating. We require a lot of food, just the right kinds of food. And so I researched, and Q Beachbody and my coach, Eileen, and I watched her for a little while, just kind of checked her out and saw what she was doing, researched things on my own, talked to my husband about it. She didn't even know it, before I reached out to her. I already knew I loved the programs because they're amazing. They're the absolute best programs. But the nutrition part is where I lacked. And I knew the nutrition was based on healthy, long sustainability, and no cutting out food groups, no counting calories, all that kind of stuff that wasn't good for me based on my needs, my history, all of that. So I went for it. 21 Day Fix is what I chose to start with, my first accountability group. And just 3 weeks, it was short. I knew I could handle that. I, added in some weights. And I was totally blown away by my results and how I felt and how much food I got to eat. And I enjoyed every bit of it. And I lost 8 pounds and 8 inches in those first 3 weeks. And so I was hooked. I was sold. So I knew myself. Always know yourself. And I do better when, number 1, I have accountability, and number 2, I am leading people. So I signed up as a discount coach, number 1, to get the discount for Shakeology, because it was a game changer in my life, for real. And number 2, I could help people. I could help people go through the same things that I went through. I went through it. I know it works. I can be honest, totally 100% honest about it, and inspire so many other people to change their lives, to reverse medical issues that they might be having just through basic health and hard work. Proudly say to you that through this process that I have 0 heart issues. I have 0 digestive issues. Thank you, Shakeology. And I have 0 neurological disorders. I don't shake one bit. I've gained a ton of knowledge, and I continue to learn. We should always continue to learn things. And I've experienced amazing results continually. I have maintained and sustained a 130-pound weight loss over the last 3 years, and toned and all of that. And that's just an awesome feeling. And now I get to help other people get to their goals too. Goals that I absolutely 100% without a stinking cotton picking doubt know is possible for anyone with this lifestyle. All you need is the desire, and then you grow from there. I've gained confidence and strength and friendships, reuniting old ones and connecting with new ones, and it's just been so fun. And let's see what else. Marriage is livelier. I'm not gonna be so embarrassed, but it's true. So many amazing things through this journey. I love these groups. It is by far my favorite part of being a coach, and I think I can speak for all the coaches in here when I say that we are so proud of you, and you are such a blessing in our lives when we get to see you each and every day busting your butt in here and making amazing nutrition choices and changing your life and getting to those goals. It is an honor, and we are so truly blessed that you are trusting in us as coaches. So we're so proud, and we cannot wait to continue to see and hear your amazing results in your mind, in your body, and in your life.